Hey, this is TF from Team Pumpenstein. We're here at Tanks Katie Paintball. Just doing a little bit of a review on the T2, getting in some people's hands, getting it out there, getting some people shooting it. We're going to show you some of the differences today. It's just going to be a really quick video. You can see here, there's a Series 6 versus the T2. I had my Series 6 for a year and a half, 2 years. I've shot it a lot, so it's really smooth. The amazing thing about the T2 is that it's just about as smooth as a 6 out of the box. But I do want to show you some of the differences here. The first one here is the Third Eye Vision sticker. You can't get those. Those are limited edition, but what's up to my boys in the Third Eye? When you take this off, you can see that they're coming out with a No Pro and you can see the difference between the mid-rise and the No Pro. A little bit shorter profile. You also notice that these are spider threaded here, so you can take the feed neck right off of the body. And if you look at the new spider thread is 2-piece. And let me show you what the other breech looks like. I've got a kit here. Here's what the breeches are looking like. Here's a right feed breech and a left feed breech. And you can also see that they made an adapter that's going to go here, and then the feed neck is going to screw in right here. So you're able to take the No Pro off and put on different breeches within just a couple. Look at this. This comes right off, one screw, and then you can grab your Allen wrenches, put 2 screws here, and take it right off. Now, we're going to remove the bolt. It's just 1 pin, small bolt there, and this tiny little bolt comes out. Then you can see one of the changes, and this wrench should come with the kit, Bill's telling me, is you need a Torx wrench. This is a T10 Torx wrench. 1 screw down here, 2 screws, and the whole breech comes off. Now look carefully in there, if you can see that, Joe. You can see that there's a red nubbin. There's only 1 in there versus the 2. You should only need 1 with a pump gun ever. Anyway, 2 screws, that comes off. Another thing you want to look at is the difference in the pinning on the auto trigger. You see here on the Series 6, it's got 1 big screw on the outside. This has a hidden pin on the inside here. So, hidden pin on the inside, very clean, very easy to use. Another nice addition is that the ASA is long enough that you can unscrew and hide this macro fitting line underneath on the regulator here. The pump, of course, is different. You can see these are very similar in length. This is the long pump that I've got on my Series 6. The smaller one is going to be even a little smaller, but you can see the height difference on the T2. The thin frame. The thin frame is a 1/4 inch thinner. You can see the difference there. And while we're back here, you can see that, of course, no back block. And you drop a 3/16 wrench in to adjust the regulator there. One other thing is you can see the tiny little back block here, and that's held on, again, with 2 Torx screws. There's only 4 Torx screws on the gun. You put in 2 here and Loctite those down, leave them forever. But that's about it for the T2 and the differences. Go on www.pumpenstein.com if you get a chance to see a full review and download the manual. The manual is now written and can be found there. Thanks a lot.
My name's Charlie. I shoot a Phantom pump primarily. I own multiple autocockers, just a single Phantom. I've used a lot of pumps coming out here with Pumpenstein. I've shot a lot of their Series 6s. Today I got a chance to shoot the new T2. Never really gotten a chance to look at it before. Only pictures on the internet. Initial impression, I didn't know they could make a pump gun so light. There's so little to the gun just in the hand. I mean, it's so much lighter than even a Series 6, which to me was already a paramount of light guns. I just know, feel in the hand, compare it to my Phantom, which I shoot every day, it's smooth. It's smoother than any other pump gun I've ever seen. I would say it would be just a little bit less than the Series 6, a little bit smoother, and that gun that we were shooting today was brand new. So you have to think what it'll be like in 6 months when you really get some wear on the bolt and a few other parts. So initial impression would be it shoots very nice. The auto trigger is very fluent. The pump stroke, like I said before, is better than any other pump that I've shot as of yet. It's definitely a new level in pump technology, and it reaches to a level that we haven't seen yet. So really glad we got a chance to shoot it. That's about all I have to say.
I'm Zach Leach. I normally shoot a Trilogy pump, heavily modified. That's the first time I ever get to shoot the T2. I shot a Phantom, I shot other pumps. I really like it. It's real light, it's real thin. The pump handle's a little strange to me. It's not a round one. I think it's more of a comfort thing for me, but overall, I love the gun.
They had this feel out, and it was in between two Doritos, and I saw the guy go in, and
I really like the, was it T2?
The new one.
The new one. That's it's a nice freaking gun. I like the strokes, very smooth. Doesn't affect the barrel adjustment, you know, doesn't adjust a whole lot between shots, so it feels like it's ball and ball. I could see you setting up a pretty nasty lane or hitting a target that's pretty hard to hit. So I like it a lot.
Alright, my name's Joseph Breeden. I've shot many pumps, mostly an autococker Trilogy pump. I have an old body style autococker with a pump kit on it. The T2 is just 10 times faster, smoother, lighter than everything that I've shot. Smoother than the S6. The weight's a little hard to get a hold of, but once you get it down, it's pretty good. You can get them ball on ball every time. The pump stroke on it is, I mean, it feels like air. It feels like all you're doing is moving air. So I like it. I'll probably go pick one up now. So.
This is Who's Your Daddy, aka Joe Moore. We've been trying out the new CCM T2 here with all the guys here at Tanks Paintball. The initial impressions on picking this up compared to the S6, it feels smaller. You immediately notice that the grip is thinner on this gun, and it gives the gun an overall smaller feel. Even though the length is the same as my S6, in my arms it felt a little smaller to the point where I actually compared the tank size to my tank, which are the same, but it does feel like it's a little shorter gun on the stroke itself. You immediately notice the weight difference when you're picking it up, even though it's only 4 ounces in difference. The pump handle itself, obviously smaller. It is a little bit longer, but it's smaller. To me, it feels like a little closer to my body when I'm pumping it, which again, it's not. It just has that illusion of that. I certainly see some guys putting a Hitman mod on this thing in order to accommodate that. I think some of the semi guys coming over to pump will probably look at that modification, even though a true pump player will believe that's a completely unnecessary modification. I overall feel it's a very smooth gun compared to the S6. This gun is right out of the box, shoots incredibly smooth for coming out of the box. And then I'm going to disagree with TF cosmetically, which she said was very subjective. I think it's a very clean look. I like the look of the old school Automag type of product. I think that's a very clean look cosmetically. I'm not big on putting stars and lightning bolts on your gun. You know, let your play do your talking. And I think this gun just has a nice look to it. I think the T2 name matches that. You know, a little bit of a Terminator on it. So far, we've shown it to be incredibly consistent over the chrono, and we're showing it to be, again, a very clean, a very smooth firing gun overall. It is a very nice addition to the CCM lineup, and the feedback here overall has been pretty positive. So nice job to all the guys at CCM, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of these things on the field.